All right, welcome to another video. I'm trying to crank out as many videos as I can. I'm waiting to be unloaded, so I'm gonna try to crank out as many videos as I can during this. All right, so this is going to be Genesis chapter 9, and I want to start in verse 24. It says, so Noah, so this was, okay, I'll start with 18. I will back up so we get some backstory and some understanding of what's exactly going on. Genesis chapter 9, verse 18. Now the sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and from these the whole earth was populated. So, quick thing, Shem, Ham, Japheth. Shem is the father of the Hebrews. The Hebrew lineage came out of Shem, okay? But not all of Shem are Hebrews. Ham are the dark-skinned Africans. Shem has this brown tint like you see, on me. They have like this kind of reddish tint to their skin. It's not just straight black. Ham does not have the red tint, really, to their skin. They are just dark. But I was just thinking about the tribe of Africans that look like the Asians. I forget what tribe they are, but they are lighter skin as well. So it's like the Holy Spirit was like, well, not all of them are dark. And so the Holy Spirit was kind of talking to me as I was explaining it. I'm sorry that I probably made that weird for a second. But so you had Shem, and then you have Ham, and then Japheth is the father of all white races. Okay, Japheth was an albino like his father. Okay, but it got purified over time. All right. And it says, verse 20, and from these the whole earth was populated, okay, in verse 19. And 20 says, and Noah began to be a farmer, and he planted a vineyard. Then he drank of the wine and was drunk and became uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it on both their shoulders and went backward and covered the nakedness of their fathers. Their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. So back then, like I said, Yah made tunics for Adam and Eve. So I imagine all the other people, all they wore was tunics, just like Adam and Eve wore tunics, okay? So he probably wore a tunic, which is just a giant bed sheet with a head cut out and arms cut out. Pretty much that's it. That's all they wore. So I can understand. 24. So Noah awoke from his wine and knew that his younger son had done what his younger son had done to him. Then he said, cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants. He shall be to his brother. Now, up top, they just told you who Canaan came from. It says in verse 18, now the sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham was the father of Canaan. So Noah, when he cursed Canaan, he was cursing not Shem, but the Africans, the darker races, okay? The other dark skin race, okay? You have one light skin and two dark skin, the other dark skin race, all right? Canaan is the one that was cursed, all right? Now, it's weird. How come he didn't just say Ham? Why did he specifically use the line of Canaan? I think it hurts to be cursed, but I think it hurts even more for your child to be cursed. And then all his descendants. So Ham gets kind of split, okay? You have some that will be servants and some that won't, all right? So 24, cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants. He shall be to his brethren. And he said, blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant. May Yah enlarge Japheth and may he dwell in the tents of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant. All right. So what I want y'all to get out of this is how curses happen. Him just saying something out of his mouth, it caused thousands of years of pain for certain people from one moment of anger. Okay, so this is why Yah tells us to watch our tongues, watch our mouth, watch how we use our words. Okay, I know what we call cuss words now is not the same thing as what he did, but it's also the reason why we don't curse. Okay, well, we don't say certain words. We try to watch our words. So basically, when you see, everybody's like, oh, the Gentiles this, the Gentiles that. But Noah said, all right, sorry, had a phone call come in. So what I was getting at is, a lot of people nowadays say, oh, Gentiles, take everything we have. Everything we do, they take, all our inventions, all our stuff, the way we've done it, they take it and use it and all of that. So, but I want to show you guys that, Noah had such an intimate relationship with Yah that he understood everything that was going to happen before it was written down. Okay. We know that Abraham gets told the same thing, that his descendants are going to be mistreated, and they're going to go through 400 years of really hard things, and that was the transatlantic, slavery part. But if you add it all up, we've been going through things for a lot longer, ever since the fall of Jerusalem. Being chased around from place to place through the Inquisitions, through all the, the craziness, that those other countries were doing at the time. But what I wanted to explain is just that we like to blame everything on someone else, but we don't realize that sometimes things are the will of Yah. And the will of Yah said that this would happen. When we look at like the Africans and we say, man, y'all just can't get a break. Like y'all just, y'all seem to be getting taken advantage of all day, every day. And it's just like perpetual. It seems like it never stops for them. And it goes back to this, may Yah enlarge Japheth. So Japheth definitely has been enlarged. They got the whole world now. And may he dwell in the tents of Shem. So what Shem created, Japheth gets to enjoy, okay? And then may Canaan be his servant. Canaan is just a perpetual servant. So sometimes we have to think about what we see in real life, and when we bring it back to the word and we get an understanding of why things are the way that they are. This is just an example of why things are the way they are. And I know once I get to Abraham, I'm going to say the same thing again. Because more than likely I'm going to forget this message. And I'm going to say the same thing again. That, it was already told a very long time ago how the whole thing would happen. Once y'all saw that the fall of man, that man was fallen, man was not going to make it the way he intended them to make it, that their heart was evil. He couldn't stop them. They wouldn't listen to his voice. He knew what he had to do from the very beginning. So the Christians are right in that respect, that from the beginning of the Bible, Yeshua, we knew that Yeshua had to come, even before it was written down. Even before it was given to us, it was given to other people. Okay? David explained a lot of this stuff, but he wasn't the first one to get that message. I believe Noah was probably the first one, and Enoch, the first ones to get that message. Okay. We know that Moses wrote down a whole lot of this stuff in different books that are not included in the Bible, the canonized Bible. But it's written down. But I think Noah was one of the first to write it all down. I wish we had the writings of Enoch, because those would probably be some amazing writings. We do have the book of Enoch, But there was a lot of other things that he did not write down. A lot of the things that, made him so holy, made him so perfect before Yah. There's certain things we don't understand because some of those things were just not written down. I've listened to the audio Bible of the Book of Enoch. It was really good. I enjoyed it. But I do need to look into it as a deep dive and read it. But that's all. I'm just babbling. That's all. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.